Right.
Thanks. Right. And if you click on BigQuery tab, it will open the BigQuery console. Okay, there you will be seeing the project ID. Just click on the triangle, small one, and click on your bot number, whatever bot number you have, and then you will see the list of all the tables which we have, right? So the contact table, Tejas, if you have any questions, just please ask me in between, right? Stop me there.
Sure, sure.
And if you click on contacts table and click on preview, then you will be able to see all your contact details, right? Contact name, phone number, language, whenever they're obtained, what the username is, and what are the field labels or the field values which we have stored for that particular contact. Right? Similarly, we have a table called messages. So in this, if you click on preview, then you will get the details of messages for a particular flow, which for that particular contact, I'm sorry, the messages which we have exchanged from the bot.
Okay.
Okay. Similarly, we have flow results where a specific results of a flow is saved. If you see, it is saved in a JSON format, the results which we receive from a flow and other tables, right?
Right.
So if, as Nair said, this is the basic, dashboard of a BigQuery. If you want to write a query, you can just click on here and write whatever query you want to write. This will be your project ID. This will be your bot, and this will be the table name of a table, right?
All right.
You can run and get the results. What wrong I did? Okay. Right. If you want to know about schema about any table, so you can click on here and see which all columns are there in the table.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So we will be moving next to the dashboard, right? Now, should I go for the V5?
Yeah, Mohan.
Okay. So we'll be creating the reports pages, and we will be using our BigQuery data. We will be setting up a data studio report, right? So the document says click on the template. It will open the default template we have. Right.
Okay.
Then it says these are the 10 data sources which we need to connect with them.
Okay.
Right. And it says its maximum takes 60 minutes. So we will be going step by step, right? So it says click on this.
Okay.
Right. Then it says make a copy of this template. So I'll click here, click to make a copy. It will show all the data sources. So these are the data sources. You see, these are messages table, contacts table, messages, conversations, flow contacts, flow results, flat fields, right?
Okay.
And I click on copy report.
So Mohit, can you tell me what this वो graph क्या actually show कर रहा है हमें?
मैं अभी रिपोर्ट बना रहा हूँ, फिर एक एक करके मैं ग्राफ भी बताऊंगा.
Okay.
और
Okay.
ग्राफ में भी हमें जो डॉक्यूमेंट है वो हमें बताएगा कि किस लिए है ये ग्राफ, राइट? आपने ये डॉक्यूमेंट देखा है पहले?
हाँ देखा हुआ है, लेकिन मुझे समझा नहीं, इसलिए मैं पूछ रहा था कि वो
अच्छा,
मतलब
इट विल बी हेल्पफुल अगर आप मुझे बताओगे कि कहाँ पे क्लियर नहीं हुआ, तो भी
नहीं, इसलिए
हमारे
मैंने
लिए
वो
बहुत
पूछ लिया
हेल्पफुल
कि
होगा।
वो ग्राफ मुझे मतलब ग्राफ क्या इंडिकेट करता है, बिकॉज अगर मुझे किसी को एक्सप्लेन करना है सो आई कैन एक्सप्लेन.
Yeah, so Tejas, there'll be documentation on that will come up कि इस ये जो आपको दिख रहा है, right? हर एक visual क्या बता रहा है. We will put that up by Friday.
हम लोग यहाँ पे
and
भी
read it.
we will try to copy this here also,
Okay.
cover this in this call also. If you want to know what exactly this, we'll just briefly tell you about what it exactly this is,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So it's saying it says that how to make a connect with the data source. So it says go to resources and click on manage at data resources. So I'll go to resources, manage add data resources, and you will see all the list of tables which are connected to all the list of data sources which is required for this, and all are connected to the BigQuery tables, right?
Okay.
Then we go to next step. It says connect for contacts, messages, and message conversation through my project. And it says click on edit one by one, and each data source starts with the contacts table, right? So I'll find out where is contacts, and then I click on edit. Okay. Now I click on my project here, and from that I will be clicking on the project which I want to connect with, right?
Okay.
So many projects for this testing we have created.
Okay.
So it's typed SAS. Then I'll be connecting with the bot number. Hey, Shamun, can you please confirm this is the bot number, right? 943?
Yes, Mohit, the first one.
Oh, thank you. And because this is a contacts table, we collect with contacts and click on reconnect.
Okay.
It says there were no new fields. Continue. So now the data studio fields will be connected with the BigQuery contact table, and we'll be having data source from there. We click on done, and then we will repeat for the same for messages table. Tejas, any questions till now?
No, right now not question, but just wanted to know कि जो जहाँ पे आपने वो क्वेरी लिखी थी, so ये वहाँ पे हमने सिर्फ स्टार लिखा था, so for every table we need to follow the मतलब वही करना है क्या, सिर्फ स्टार वहाँ पे टाइप करना है क्या, या फिर कुछ
तेजस,
अलग?
वो तो बहुत ही मतलब एसक्यूएल रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन है. अगर
अच्छा.
किसी भी आपके टेक्निकल रिसोर्स कोई भी होगा, वो
हाँ.
आंसर कर पाएगा. आपको जो जो टेबल में फील्ड्स चाहिए होते हैं, आप वहां पे वो लिखते हो.
ओके. अच्छा.
स्टार का मतलब है कि टेबल में जितने भी कॉलम्स है सब लेके आ जाओ. बट अगर
ओके.
आपको स्पेसिफिक चाहिए तो आप स्पेसिफिक नाम लिखोगे. आपको कोई तो टेक्निकल पर्सन चाहिए होगा अगर आपको वहां पे ये डिटेल्स चाहिए होंगे तो.
ओके. ओके. गॉट इट. ठीक है.
हम लोग मैसेजेस टेबल से कनेक्ट कर रहे हैं, तो मैंने अभी कॉन्टैक्ट्स जगह मैसेजेस टेबल पे कनेक्ट किया, एंड आई क्लिक ऑन रिकनेक्ट.
ओके.
It says there are 3 new fields. I said okay, apply, and I click on done, right? Then it says the message conversations. I'll find message conversations and click on added, and I go to my projects, click on my project, then I click on my bot number, and I click on message conversations, and I click on reconnect, and I click on
ओके.
right, and then I click on done. So similar way we will be doing for all the data sets. Now, do you think any other table I should connect for the rest of the reports, or I can go with these three only?
So I think instead of doing two more tables, Mohit, one where they have to replace the section 2 में अगर आप right side पे देखोगे, right, custom query वाला complete right side पे click कर लूँगा, far right, हाँ, so go to the second one, yeah, one of these show them, and then the last one का एक show them, because then the process is the same for all of those, but these are three different processes.
Okay.
है ना?
So we'll be doing
only
with
show
the
one
flat
from
fields,
each,
right?
yeah. हाँ, चलेगा flat fields.
ठीक है. अभी I'll click on flat fields. So here we have written a query, right, to fetch a data from different tables to get the data in a view so that we can use that in our right. So here it says the data set ID, right? The ID I've showed you in earlier in the BigQuery one.
Right.
This needs to be replaced with your data set ID, right? So this is mine. When you will be using yours,
Yes.
right? So it will be this one.
Yes. And then number.
Yeah, and then number and the table name, right? So you will be replacing that here, and then click on reconnect. Right, and click on done. And similarly, as Naya suggested, I will be doing one from the flow results.
Okay.
For the flow results, go to the BigQuery account, open a tab and run a below query. Okay. So it says go to BigQuery, open a query tab and execute this query. So again, Tejas, when you will be doing for yourself, you will be replacing this one, right?
Right.
With your project ID and the phone number.
Phone number. Yes.
Okay. So I'll be executing this query. So it says done. Go back to Data Studio for the steps further 9 to 12 flow results data sets. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll go back to my Data Studio report and I will be repeating the steps from 9 to 12, what I did for the flat fields, right? So I will be doing it for the flow results. So I'll click on add it. Excuse me. And this is the query. Again, this needs to be replaced. And then I click on reconnect. Okay. So Nair, will I be good or I need more?
Yeah, that's it. So they just basically to connect to Data Studio, right? There are just you have to connect to these 10 data sets and there are 3 ways to do it. One is जहाँ पे आपको बस reconnect और फिर click करके table को select करना है. दूसरा है जिसमें custom query populate होगा, उसमें आपको बस अपना data set ID replace करना है. और तीसरे में आपको बिग क्वेरी में जाके एक क्वेरी पेस्ट करना होगा, उसके बाद वापस डेटा स्टूडियो में आके कनेक्ट करना है. Like these are 3 different processes you have to do for the data sets that you can see on the right. Yeah.
Okay. बेसिकली ये क्वेरीज वहाँ पे लिखे रहेंगे एज पर हमारे रिक्वायरमेंट के हिसाब से हमें उसमें थोड़े से चेंजेस करने पड़ेंगे.
just yeah, that's all you have.
जो चेंजेस आपको यहाँ डॉक्यूमेंट में बताए हैं वही करने हैं.
वही करना है.
वही लिखा होगा यहाँ
Right.
पे अगर लिखा है कि आप अपना प्रोजेक्ट आईडी चेंज करो, तो बस प्रोजेक्ट आईडी चेंज करके रन करना है, वो एज इट चल जाएगा।
अच्छा, got it. Okay.
ठीक है,
Yes, yes.
should I move forward?
Yes, yes. We can go more.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe now I can take them through the data studio report and explain it to them. Yeah, Mohit?
Yeah, sure.
So far so good, Tejas and team.
Yes, yes. अभी तो मतलब थोड़ा आइडिया आ रहा है मुझे तो. So जब ये मैं खुद से करूँगा तो we'll get some idea.
Yeah. I mean, so GCS is one thing, then connecting to data studio is the second, and then understanding the report is the third thing. So we'll just understand the report. Just give me a second before I share my screen.
Okay. So
Yeah.
अभी मोहित,
Nair, just give me 1 minute. Sorry, you were saying something, Tejas?
हाँ. So अभी मोहित, whatever you have shown, उतना ही हमें BigQuery में करना है, right?
उतना ही BigQuery आपको आना चाहिए अगर आपको डेटा देखना है। आपको
This is-
BigQuery की जरूरत नहीं है जब तक आपको डेटा नहीं चाहिए तब तक। हाँ
Okay. So this is sufficient to collect the data.
हाँ, आप अपने डेटाबेस को कनेक्ट कर पा रहे हो। अब आपको कोई टेक्निकल बंदा चाहिए जो क्वेरी लिख के आपको जो डेटा चाहिए वो निकाल सके। अगर नहीं चाहिए तो जो हम अभी अभिषेक बताएंगे,
Right.
वो हमारे डिफॉल्ट टेम्पलेट्स हैं जो ऑटोमेटिकली आपको रिपोर्ट बना के देंगे, और इस रिपोर्ट में क्या क्या होगा वो भी हम बताएंगे। अगर इसके अलावा आपको कुछ चाहिए तो फिर आपको कोई टेक्निकल बंदा चाहिए होगा जो आपकी क्वेरी लिखे, राइट?
नहीं, वो तो है, राइट, वो तो समझा मुझे, वो तो बराबर है, सही है.
हाँ, इसके अलावा और कुछ नहीं।
ओके.
मैं इसलिए पॉज बोल रहा था अभिषेक। हे प्रांजल, डू यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चंस?
Yeah, I have one question. Related to GCS, I want to write a query to fetch some meaningful data. So I want to see that how to write the queries, joining multiple tables.
So can you just elaborate a bit more? What do you mean by meaningful data?
Means there are various tables in the data set. So for suppose example, I want the result of all the responses given by the student of a particular student. So how can we get that?
Okay, so do you have access on your BigQuery?
Yes, but let me get the password, then I will share my screen.
Okay, never
Give
mind.
me 5 minutes. Yes.
Yeah, that's fine, Pranjal. What I'm saying, you have already seen while I was showing my screen
Yes.
that how you can access the data in database,
Yes.
right? So when you go to your BigQuery with your bot number, you will see the list of tables, right? So
Yes.
contact field. Oh, sorry. So for contact tables, you will be
Yes.
finding the details of a person.
Hello.
Rakesh?
हाँ बोलो डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया.
Rakesh, do you have any question?
हेलो.
किस वाले शीट पे?
Thank you. So Pranjal, I was saying the phone number is the main primary key which connects with other tables, right?
Okay.
So whenever you want to join a query with another table, you can use it with the phone number.
Phone
you can
number
get the
of the
data like-
contacts table.
Contact phone number, yeah. Shamun, you want to add something here?
No, I think like with the specific use cases we can get into deep dive, but yeah, like so far with phone number we can share like references of BigQuery, like how we write joins and other things. But yeah, Pranjal, like you need to like search and how BigQuery works and how SQL works, or you need a tech person related to that.
Yeah,
No, it's like yeah.
I am writing the query, but
Yeah.
I want to generate all the responses of a particular student. So how can we get that? I just want to know this.
So there's something called as label in Glyphic. Like, are you aware of that?
No.
Okay. So yeah, like you need to go to documentation and check like what Glyphic labels is. So for each answer, you can label the message, and you can check in the query like get me these messages where the contact number is this. So you know the number of the contact.
Okay.
So something like that. But yeah, like we can go into specific once we have like all the details.
And what is the relation between the flow table and the flow message and the contact table?
Flow message. So
Sorry,
flows are
flow table and the message table and contact table, 3 tables. What is the relation between them?
so flows are the flows that we create in Glyphic. So for each flow, we make an entry like this is a registration flow, this is something, and
Okay.
like how the flow will look. In contact, we store the contact data, like what is the phone number, name, and the fields of that contact. In
Okay.
messages, we store the messages that have been sent from that contact. So any message that have been sent from the like any flow or something, so that we store in the messages table. And messages are contact are linked by the contact phone number and ID.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else, Pancha?
Okay, let me share my screen by fetching one password, the account password. Then I will ask one more question by sharing my screen. Okay, give me 5 to 10 minutes.
That's fine, Pranjal. I think I'll be, as Shamun said, if you have any specific use case, you can send us a query. We will be getting back to you with the required queries if we can, or we'll guide you how to do that. Meanwhile, I'm sharing a Discord link on the meeting chat. Please click on that and join us in the Discord channel of Glyphic, and you can post your queries there, right?
Okay, that's fine. Okay,
Right.
thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Nair, for this. If anybody has any other questions before Nair can start sharing about how to use the report.
No questions, Mohit.
Okay, great.
Now you can start. Please share your screen.
Yeah, thanks, Mohit. So just wanted to get a sense ki, who's doing what on the team here. So who designs the flows? I understand that Pranjal will be looking at the data and maybe SQL BigQuery stuff. Who's designing the flows on the team? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, Nair, we can hear you.
Yes, yes.
Is there anyone specific person in your team who will be designing the flows?
I am the only person who is doing everything for Glyphic.
Okay.
Yes, that's why I want to know this everything because I am the only person in the LAP who is handling all of this.
Sure. So if you don't mind my asking, so the other people on the call, I mean, like they're just here to learn the same thing because they'll be helping, or for what reason?
Actually, we just asked them to join the meeting so that at least what are the technicalities are there that they should know. So that's why we asked them to just be here and listen whatever we are discussing. And after that, once we get the recording, then it will be helpful for me to discuss this everything with the team.
Sure. Okay. So then Tejas, largely this will be directed towards you. Let me know if you have any questions at any point. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm just going to start sharing my screen. Let me know when you can see it. Yeah, is it visible?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. So second. Right. So what you can see over here, one sec. Right. So what you can see over here is the Data Studio report. We have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pages, right? And each page tries to give you a certain type of information. And in terms of how it's structured, right? Mohit just explained to you there are many different tables. Most of the pages are just drawing from one data table or data source. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Right. Most of them except for the overview page, because the overview page is trying to give you different types of information, just a sense of everything, right? So this draws from multiple tables, but every other page kind of focuses on only one table. Now I'll kind of dive in and explain each page to you. So in the overview page, it's broken into 3 parts, right? So the first part is the stakeholder engagement overview. Like you can see over here, first it will give you your contacts reached since launch, which is just a count of all the phone numbers you've interacted with historically, right? Ever. Then after that, what you'll see is active contacts. So these are the number of contacts that have received a message from you in this time period. By default, the time period is set to past 30 days. Okay.
Also, this is about template.
This is the template dashboard. So once you do everything that Mohit has shown you how to do, then you will start getting this information, assuming that your flows are working and people are engaging with your chatbot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here, just one question. There is contact sending messages. So these messages are particularly related to the flow, or
this is overall.
Overall. Okay.
And when you want to see flow specific, there's another page for that, which I'll come to.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is an overview. So we're just trying to give you an overall sense. So this is trying to give you an overall sense of just how many people are active. Yeah. So total you've ever reached, how many are active in the given time period receiving messages, how many are active in the given time period sending messages, and what that percentage is looking like. This percentage is here because some orgs want to have that how do you say back and forth, right? We've sent something, now you reply to us. It shouldn't just be that we are sending messages and no one is replying. So this is a way for you to check that percentage, right? You can decide what a good threshold is for your use case. But that's why this data point is here.
Got it.
Yeah. Now, when we come to this table, it will give you the same thing over time for the selected time period. If you hover over here, right? So this is giving you every day. If you hover over here and you press drill down, you can see over the months, right? If I select a longer time period, it will show me for that. If you go further, you can see which day of the week people are most active on. If you go kind of even further, you can see what time people are most active, right? So that's the drill down functionality there. And that's your overview of their engagement. Then there's a messages and conversations overview, right? So this is kind of more related to for you to understand your pricing, right? Because pricing is based on conversations and messages, right? So it's just the same idea. You can see the total number of messages exchanged, how many of those are incoming, how many of those are outgoing, the same thing over time. And you can see how many conversations you started. So conversation started is like, if you click here and you can read about the documentation around this, right? There are business initiated conversations. That's when you push some information. And there are user initiated conversations, which is when they say hi first to you. So those are priced differently. So you can read more about it when you check the link, and you'll see the distribution here broadly and in more detail in this page, right? The conversation cost report. Going ahead, this is a opt-in, opt-out overview where you can just see, you know, how many contacts have opted in, how many have opted out, and then maybe you can go and investigate some, like there's another page where you can go and investigate who these people are who have opted out. This is important when people are kind of launching a program, right? The first step when you launch a program is to get the opt-in from all of your WhatsApp contacts that you're messaging. And so this will be important for you early on in your program. And then kind of with time, once you have the user base, this will be less and less important.
Okay.
With me so far, Tejas?
Yes, yes. Got
And
it.
your use case currently, can you just remind me what it is?
Use case, actually, we are conducting a teacher training for the teachers.
Okay.
Yes, so
I
for yeah, so they, if they have any issues regarding Firki or coding, so they will reach out to us through Glyphic.
Got.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the overview page. Then we come into flow activity, right? And this is just to get a sense of kind of how many flows are running, right? So,
Okay.
you know, how many contacts are starting flows, how many total flows have been traveled, how many unique flows have been traveled. And over here, you kind of get information on, you know, how many flows have been completed. If there are any flows that are incomplete or expired, you can come to know which those flows are and who the contacts are in that flow, right? So if you want to investigate ki ye teacher yahan pe atke hain, right? Why are they stuck there? So first you see this phone number and maybe you can get in touch with them separately, or you can check the data for them separately, right? What was their journey? So this is the purpose of this
So-
page.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so,
think, Nair, can you please go back to the screen? The flow, no, not this one.
Mhm.
The report you were showing just now with the phone numbers.
हाँ.
Yeah, this one. So Tejas, आपका जो use case है, वो
हम्म.
इससे भी complete हो सकता है. So it is showing कि where people are at different levels, right?
right. Hmm.
Right, Nair?
Yeah.
So if teachers have not completed any flow and they are in between of any flow, you will be
Hmm.
able to extract the detail from this report, and you
Okay.
will be able to see which phone number is at which flow, at which stage in a flow, right?
Got it. Got it. Actually, this is a very much important information for us because teachers have not followed the flow completely.
Yeah.
Some teachers have followed the flow completely, but many of the teachers did not follow the flow. So, but we are not able to understand that which teacher has followed the flow completely and which teacher has not.
Yeah,
So-
so you'll get all that information here, Tejas. First, you'll be able to see which are the flows that are, in which people are stuck the most, right? So here I can see Glyphic V2, 9 people are stuck, right? And then
Okay.
uske andar you can check further key, within that, who are the people, who are the numbers that are stuck there and at
Okay.
which stage.
Abhishek, I have one question.
Yeah.
There is one thing, unique flows. What is the meaning of unique flows?
So you're referring to this?
Yes, yes, unique flows.
So let's say you have maybe 10 flows, right? That are active. And everyone's using those 10 flows, then you'll see 10 over here. But assume each person has used those 10 flows 10 times, right? So then you'll see 100 over here.
Oh, got it. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's this report where you can filter by flow name. So if you want to check for a particular flow data only for a particular flow, you can check like that. And the time toggle you already know, right? How that will work.
Yeah.
So now
got
when
it.
I just picked one, it will say unique flow 1. You see that? And then
Yes.
how many 90 times it's been traversed. And again, date you can toggle here.
Okay, so contact starting flows are 29.
Yeah.
But total flows traverse 90. So
They could have gone through it more than once.
would have gone through more than once, right? Got it. Hmm.
Yeah.
That's right. Right. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So then kind of one step deeper, and this will connect to what Shamoon referred to as flow labels. Do you know what flow labels are, Tejas?
No, I heard about it first time.
Yeah, so you must do that when you are designing your flows. Otherwise, you will lose a lot of, you won't be able to track a lot of data. Right?
Oh, okay. Whenever we design the flow, there is one label name. So you're talking about that.
Yes, and so in some
Oh.
place you have to put that label name in a very structured manner, right? So that when you want to search, right, you can see for those specific labels, you can see data.
Oh, got it, got it. So these labels will help us to connect the tables, join two tables also.
No, the purpose of a label is for us to track that message, right?
Oh.
So if I put a label at a message where I'm sending, we hope you come or thank you for completing today's exercise. Assume that they've done all the stuff in the flow and they say they've completed it, and I put a label on a message that says thank you for completing today's exercise, right?
No.
Then I can check how many people are there who have that label, right? Because
Got
that
it.
means that those many people have completed the exercise.
Got
That
it.
is the use of a label.
Okay.
So yeah, so again, this table will be familiar to you. It's similar to what we saw in overview. So I won't get into it again. And then what you can see over here is contact list by flow name or flow label, right? So over here, I can see under understood, there are 79 contacts, right? And so if I want to see all of the people just with the understood label, then I get it over here. So these are all the people who hit understood in the selected time period.
Oh, okay.
Is that okay?
Yes, yes. Got it.
And then lastly, let me just go back here. Another important thing NGOs have let us know is that they want to know, who's the most active contact,
Yeah.
who are our most active people. So what
Yeah.
this is doing, this table is giving you that key per number, it's counting how many messages they've sent in the selected time period, right?
Got
And it'll give you in descending order. So you know these are my most active people. And then if you want to talk to them, do kind of, how do you say, qualitative research on their experience and how to improve your bot, then you can do that, right?
Get it. Yes.
So that's this page. Then the results level report, again, creating a result is a functionality in Glyphic, right? Where you do at to make references, right? If someone enters their name, or if someone enters any kind of data point, you can save it as a result and then reference it later in the flow. Okay.
Okay.
And so over here, essentially, you can just filter by result name. So for example, if I have a result name called org, you can filter by that. And I will see that with org, I have 24 people. I have 24 result names, and these are all the people, or these are the values for those results, right?
Okay. But basically, what is the significance of this result level report?
So when you use that functionality, and you will when you are designing your flows, Tejas, then you will want to be able to track things against that functionality. And
Oh.
so this helps you do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Mohit, anything to add on that?
Yes, sure. So, Tejas, it doesn't need that everything which will be Nair is showing will make exactly impact or exactly useful to you, right? So this
Right.
report was created with the feedbacks of all the NGOs and whatever information or the data they want to get it from the reports. So for this specifically, somebody has said that we want to see the report by result fields, like how many people have responded to this particular question, which we have received or saved in particular variable. So it doesn't necessarily be important or useful for you, but these reports are all, mixture of all what NGOs have given us a feedback that what they want to see in the report.
Got it. Got it. Yes, yes. Thanks, Mohit.
Yeah. Nair, please
Thanks.
continue.
Thanks, Mohit. Yeah. So it's a template dashboard. So the idea is it's supposed to give you as much as possible, and then you use what's useful for you. Yeah. The next table for some reason is not working.
Okay.
I don't know why. Let me just reload it. Okay. Let me see if I can open. I'll show you this page later, maybe from another another dashboard. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You can just tell me that significance that. what
Yeah.
data-
So this is all your contacts, right? So essentially you can search all of your contacts over here. It'll give you a list of all of your, these will be all your active contacts, and it will give you all of their, so for example, you have contact fields, right? Name, gender, age, which grade they are teaching, which school they are in. You can save all of these things as a contact field. So there's a table over here which will give you every contact and all their contact fields and all the values stored in those contact fields. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So this is where you'll basically download all your contact data if you ever need it in an Excel or something, right?
So basically personal information of any contact.
Yeah, whatever they input into your system, that can be seen over here. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Conversation cost report will give you your costs. So as you use Glyphic, you'll be getting monthly invoices from Gupshup, right?
Yeah.
If you are if there are any charges, you'll get the monthly invoices. But if you just kind of want to check on a running basis, then you can see it here.
Yeah. This
Okay.
will be helpful. Yes.
And then collection level messages. Again, for some reason, this is not connected, but to check this.
I think Nair, these all are advanced level reports.
Oh, this is the
Means-
old one. One second.
Yeah, I think these are the all advanced level reports.
नहीं, एक मिनट, वो हो जाएगा, one second ना.
हाँ नहीं connect तो हो जाएगा.
No,
What
no,
I'm
it's
saying,
just
Tejas,
an
that-
older report. That's all.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. So here everything should work.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the contact one. And yeah, these are, I mean, Mohit is referring to them as advanced, but I'll just take you through them since we're doing this anyway, right? So if you have collections, you add contacts to collections, then you can over here filter by the collection name, and then you can see all of the messages people in that collection have sent. Similarly, if you want all the contacts who are in a particular collection, you can see that over here. Yeah.
Got
So
it.
for example, I have all of these collections, how many contacts are there? And then if I want, so if I just want to see default group, then I'll just, pick that. Right. And then you can see all the people that are in that group. Okay.
Great. Yes.
And lastly, you have user retention. This is, this is what we have right now. The idea is that if 15 people started in Feb, right? Did they continue in March? If all 15 continued in March, I'd see the number 15 here. If they were there the next month, then 15 here, then 15. But if the number is reducing from the date they've started, that's your retention essentially from any particular.
Okay, so this is the monthly retention data.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, that's the report. And this
And
should give you most
first
of
one
what
is
you
the
want.
first one is the day-wise report. First one.
Sorry, first one.
Oh, day-wise report.
This is monthly, the retention report.
Yeah.
This is not retention. This is just activity.
This is activity. Okay, so can we get day-wise retention data?
That we'll have to look into building that in a custom way. Yeah. Right now you can't get it, Tejas.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Is that okay? Because this
Yes.
was a custom build. I don't think, in fact, that it will.
Okay, no problem.
So yeah, that's the report. I think you'll get everything or most things from your Tejas. And if you need more things, then you may have to either tweak the report or write custom queries on BigQuery.
No, got it. Actually, now I got some idea that what it is and how to operate this, because this will help me to ask the questions in the support article, because right now I am in the condition that what is this? I am not able to operate. So if I am not able to operate, then it is very difficult for me to ask the question. मतलब मुझे question ही क्या पूछना है वो समझ में नहीं आ रहा था, and how to frame it. मुझे question frame कैसे करना है वो समझ नहीं आ रहा था.